Good evening, race fans. We're here in the shop of Ryan Taylor, driver of the number 5 Dirtcar Stock Car at the Charleston Speedway. Really glad that you took some time out to spend a little time with us. The shop is completely empty, so I'm a little bummed because we were hoping to get some speed secrets for everybody, but there's nothing in the shop except an engine stand. Where's the race car?
It's actually out getting some repairs. Nothing major. Just it's been ran 3 years now. So I sent it to Cody and just had him do a once over on it, and look for crack welds and stuff like that. It took a pretty good couple hits this year, so I just want to make sure that we're good to go. Try to go for another 30, 40 nights next year, and that way everything's ready to go.
Well, I do have some notes here, some stuff that kind of worked on to talk about your season, try to maybe keep us on point, but just feel free to answer questions how you like. And if you want to say something that we don't ask you a question on, feel free to do that. But look like you've been doing well. Off season treated you good so far?
Yeah. I had just wrapped up Christmas and been really busy with work and business and all that. So, yep.
Yeah, so we're recording this on the 27th of December, 2025. A couple of days after Christmas. There's no snow on the ground. It's like 52 degrees outside.
It's almost already had that racetrack ready, huh?
Well, I was actually out there yesterday, and it's a little muddy. but yeah. So let's start. We've introduced you, Ryan Taylor. Tell us a little bit about yourself, who you are, what your hobbies are, obviously, besides racing, and just paint us a picture of who Ryan Taylor actually is.
I don't know if I have any real major hobbies. I mean, years ago we played some pool. I like playing pool. We actually young when we did that, like probably 12, 13.
You a hustler?
Probably not now. It's been a while since I've actually played pool, but back then we were really good. We had a team that we had together, and I think there was 7 or 8 teams, and we had like a little city tournament, and we actually won all that. So back here there's a participation trophy that actually has a girl on it. They gave me. They didn't have the right one, and it's a long story, but that's what I ended up with, and so yeah. But got 2 girls, one 8-year-old. Her name's Kimber, and she really likes going to the racetrack. And then Bristol, she's 3. She'll be 4 in April, and she's always, can I go? And I think this year she'll probably get to go quite a bit because she's at the age where she's kind of got a little bit of independence, and then she got big sister there, and we get mom to come and help out and everything. So. Might get her to come out and cook some meals at the racetrack. You never know.
That might be fun.
Yeah.
I bet Dad would like that.
Yeah. So, well, them girls are into dance, so we do a lot of that in the wintertime. So
that keeps you tied up.
Yeah, that and the checkbook. Then you got to buy different uniforms for each one, or outfits, or whatever they are. And besides that, just work. I mean, I own my own business. Be 3rd year on my own working for myself. I got 2 guys. So
what's your business?
Taylor's Heating and Air.
Okay.
So that's pretty busy all year round, when it's hot and cold. And even right now with it being, 55, 60 degrees out, we still have a lot of work we're still trying to catch up on, some new builds, and then some Ameren jobs we got some Ameren contracts, and then some other contracts we do quite a bit. So it's continually growing, and actually probably going to have to put another truck on the road someday. Try to fathom that expense is kind of hard because it costs a lot of money, not only to buy it, but then to put the tools in it, and then try to find the right people to fill that truck. So
yeah, that's pretty. So 3rd year on your own?
It'd be my 3rd year. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. But I had a little bit I did some side work, and then it just kind of got to where it was, evolving and got to where it was more. And then, I worked with the last place I was at for 20 years.
So when the weather shifts like this in the wintertime, typically in the winter, you're going to be fixing broken heaters and stuff like that. When the weather shifts like this, what calls are you getting? A lot of emergency calls, or?
Yeah. Usually the first off, this is crazy to say, but usually, the first time it snaps cold, it's a lot of dirty filters or lack of maintenance, stuff like that. Now we've gotten a little further into winter. There's been some use of the heaters and furnaces and stuff like that. There will be more of a part that's actually starting to show up, like a bad exhaust motor or blower motor, stuff that's been overused that you just can't catch on a regular maintenance. So
gotcha. So heating season's been good for you. Cooling season's coming up, so hopefully that'll be good. And
yeah, Yeah. We got, like I said, we got a lot of bids out and some newer construction coming up. There's some stuff that's getting going here.
So you do it all then?
Yeah. We'll do anywhere from just a simple change out to if somebody builds a brand new house and we go in when it studs and lay it out.
Nice. So when did you get into racing then?
I was my whole life. The background story of that, it's pretty cool. So years ago, my dad and his best friend Leonard Allen, Leonard raced for years, and he raced at Charleston. They met when my dad was probably about 16, and my dad just started going to the racetrack. And long story short, my dad became Leonard's right hand man. Well, along the way, I'm sure some people know Full Tilt. They built modifieds out, I think Peoria, right? My dad would know where that's at, but I think it was. They had Full Tilt modifieds. Well, Rick Wren helped Full Tilt get going.
Okay.
Well, Rick Wren and Leonard Allen didn't get along. So my dad and Leonard take this new modified out here to Danville, and they run this modified, and it's just not, it won't turn. Rick Wren comes over, and he's like, what's he doing? Yeah, he's trying to get it to turn. Leonard's out practicing, and Rick Wren tells my dad, hey, go back to the car and do this, and this, and let me know what it does. So mind you, Leonard has no idea this is going on. Leonard's out practicing. They can't get this car to go around the racetrack. So comes back in, and Leonard gets out and asks my dad, hey, what are you doing? He's like, I'm just changing a couple things. We got to try something. You're not any good. And my dad's like, he's like, I understood how a race car worked. I knew how to work on them, the maintenance. He's like, there was a lot to still learn. I was young. So long story short, they go out 3 or 4 more times, and by the end of it, the car was really good. So Rick had made his way back over to the race car, and my dad and Leonard were talking. He's like, well, how do you know to get all this good? He's like, I've been talking to Rick Wren. So by the end of the day, that day, Rick and Leonard were buddies, but before that, they weren't. So they got the car. Rick told Leonard to go out one more time and go in as hard as you can, and that thing will turn. And if it won't, we'll build you a brand new one. And that was pretty much history from then. That was when the IMCAs first started coming around.
Okay.
So they went out and they won races, raced back with Terry Pichon and all them guys back in the day. And
how old are you at this time?
I wasn't even, that was before me.
So
this is just stories. Time. This is stuff I've paid attention to over the year, listened. And so that's how my dad got going around the racing, was Leonard, and then Rick Wren was in the picture. And then that was in the midst of him helping Bob Pierce and all that. Rick Wren and Bob Pierce were pretty close. So, Rick Wren came from old Danville, Illinois, and he tried getting my dad to go out there, and then my dad was getting ready to marry my mom, and then fast forward to now, we were probably 14, 13, and we'd got a car and we shared and we did that thing, and it's hard. It's hard to share.
Who'd you share with?
My brother.
Oh, okay.
So, we'd go out, tear it up, and I'd work on it. I'd go out, tear it up, he'd work on it. And it wasn't ever a lack of help. It was just you never were consistent because you didn't get to race the car twice the same way.
Right.
So on down the road, we moved into our house now, and I'd got my car going, and just never, even back then, I had my own car one year, and it just, I don't know. I think we pulled that motor out 14 or 15 times, transmission, motor issue, this issue. Well, back then the firewalls were basically on top of the distributor. Mm-hmm. So it was just easier to pull the motor in training. Yeah. So you pull the motor, change the transmission, pull the motor, change the motor. I don't know how many times, like I said, 14, 15 times that year. And it was pretty dejecting.
Yeah.
So kind of just after that, we tried a little bit more here and there, and we never did it good. We were always running the back, getting lapped, trying to stay out of the way, trying not to run people over, trying not to get ran over. So we moved into our house now, and we started again, and same thing. And my buddy started building bullet chassis 7 years ago, whenever it was, and he talked me into getting one. I'm like, all right, I really want to do it. I'm young. We're at a point where we can probably try to afford to do it.
All right.
So we did that, and he built a car, and we went out, and I remember calling him, hey man, we finished the race. That's pretty good. So then a couple years down the road, we'd won a feature, and we'd won some heat races. And then last year, 2023, we won 3 races, and I was like, man, that's great. 3 features. That's huge. And then last year we won 15 races, and this year we won 18. So it's just gotten better and better. And
so you didn't race anything up until your teenage years?
No. We always were going to get into the go-kart thing, but it was a battle of trying to find the right one or being able to afford it, or, because, when you got twins,
right,
it don't come with one bill,
right.
it comes with two bills.
Right.
So, and what you gotta be able to give both of them the same.
Was your dad racing anything in your
No, he did some mechanics races and stuff like that, but he was always just kind of like a crew guy. So,
okay. So your dad went for a big long stint, not at the racetrack, and then boom, you guys turned 14. Now we're going back to the race.
I mean, he helped a little bit, I guess, in between. Leonard's son, Kevin Allen, helped him a little bit. And we'd always go out to Danville and watch, play in the dirt, all that good stuff. But
what was the first car?
Like chassis or?
Yeah, like you run just street stock?
Street stock, yes. Well, back then it was probably close to factory stock.
Factory stock,
yes, it's always been a street stock
slammer cars.
Yep.
Yeah.
So.
And so you did that with your brother till you were?
Off and on until we were like probably 14, 15, 2 years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then
just a couple of years.
Yeah, and then he'd got a new car. They built a new home chassis. Leonard and my dad did, and he ran it a couple times and had some motor problems and just
So then you had another stretch where you're not in a car.
Yeah, long like 12 years, 11 years.
How old are you now?
35.
35. Okay.
Yep. So
you've been back sort of hard at it for the last 10.
6 years.
Okay.
6 years. Yeah. Cause 2020, your first year.
Okay.
Your first year is my first year back.
Oh, okay.
And I remember going to practice and, I was like, man, this is awesome. This thing actually go around the racetrack, and not that the other cars wouldn't go around the racetrack, but just nothing would break. I'm like, oh man, I made 15 laps and I'm not loading it up. So that was huge.
It's very demoralizing to work on a car all week and you get there and it breaks in hot laps or it breaks in a heat race. And
we had, I remember one night at Danville, we unloaded it and went out and they made us go out and pack the track, and the whole right rear axle just broke off.
Yeah.
Packing the track. I mean, it's just that, and I'm not saying like a luck thing because I'm not into that, but just that's how it went.
Sure.
For whatever reason, someone was trying to humble us for whatever reason, but it all paid off. We just kept putting the hard work in, and we might take a little break here and there, but it worked out so far.
So after the time with your brother, then when you came back 6 years ago, that's when you started racing what we then called street stocks, now call them stock cars. Is that right?
Yes. Okay. So that's when I put all my money into it, got it all going. I don't even think I might have had one paying sponsor aside of my father-in-law who owned his own machine shop here in town. He anything we needed custom fabricated, like drive shafts, throttle linkage, stuff like that. A couple pieces of tubing here and there, or whatever. I mean, they helped out quite a bit, and I'm not ungrateful for that. But I'm saying, other than that, I mean, it was pretty much all of our own money the first year, just trying to get going. Because at that point, that you're a nobody. You got. I mean, even now, still, it's just hard to find sponsors.
When you look back at 24 and 25, it's obvious that your experience in stock cars has been great. But when you go back and you try to look from 2020 to 2025, how would you say your overall experience in stock cars has been?
I mean, great. Honestly, I mean, you get just like I was saying, you look back and we're just happy to finish a race. And it's just every year it's gotten better. Our cars have been better. We've got good tech help, and I would say as a driver, I've probably came a little bit better, and just not so. You just get more comfortable, and then you're willing to drive a little harder. And
well, go ahead and plug your chassis builder.
Bullet Chassis.
Okay, you talked about the tech and the support help. How important? I mean, obviously you raced back when, and you had virtually none. To now, I'm sure you're having conversations with him frequently. How important is that, do you think?
It's crazy to say this, but in a street stock, I mean, it's even like anything. It's like I told a guy I had an interview with a while back. Tires are huge. So like my nephew does all our tires. That's huge. So yeah, chassis tech help is great. I mean, just half a pound of air pressure.
Yeah.
Not, stagger's huge in these cars, and it just all that stuff adds up. So yeah, just having somebody you can call and who understands how the car works, let alone Cody builds them, so he gets all that. And there's other chassis out there that I'm sure them guys, they can call their guy and hey, the car's doing this. Well, I'll do this, and this, and they get results. But if you build your own car yourself, you're kind of just out there throwing stuff at it, seeing what it'll do.
When it don't work, you don't have anybody to ask.
No, you just got to go back to the drawing board.
Well, you had a phenomenal 2025 season, so let's talk about that just a little bit. I went back and looked at some of your statistics today. You come out of the gate really strong. You had 2 seconds at Farmer City. Then your first win for the 2025 season came at Jacksonville, Illinois, Jacksonville Speedway. Charleston finally got going, and you ripped off a second there. You got another second at Farmer, and then all of a sudden 20th at Fairbury.
And it just wasn't our night.
What happened there?
Just a little racing deal. I will just leave it at that. I mean, things happen. That was 7 months ago.
Yeah.
So we're past that, and
did that? I mean, so you came out really successful, and then you have that. Does that? What's that week like? When you're trying.
Pretty heartbreaking because I thought we had a bent race car.
Okay.
So, and it is. You get something right, and you get it to where you want it. You don't want to have to change. So
right.
I mean, look at Josh Griffith, what he went through.
Right.
He was getting his stuff to where he wanted it, and then he had a little bit of an incident, and then he just kind of held on for the rest of the year. So that's just no. I mean, we worked a lot that week. I mean, I bet 2-3 o'clock in the morning every night just trying to get it to where we could be back at Farmer City on Friday. So
when did you know it was okay and it's going to be all right?
Well, we got home that night, got it off the trailer, got the car in the garage, and we were going to work on it the next day, but we just pulled the whole body off of it, got it all off that night. And we thought the right front nose bar was shoved over, so we got a straight edge and checked all that. And then I had Cody come over and look at it on Monday, and he's like, "Yeah, it's good, but you just this part." So I was like, "Well, how about you make a parts list and you let me know when they're in?" So he got them ordered for us, and we got them all replaced, and here we are.
Well, the good news is you went on to win a total of 18 features in 2025. So I want to stop there for just a second. Just like you said, you went from we made a race and we're super excited, we're pumped all the way home and all next week. You win 18 features. There are guys that will go all season and not win a race. There's guys that have raced 2, 3, 4 seasons, haven't won a race. You've got 18 in one season. Tell us what that even feels like. Is it surreal? Does it?
It's kind of just.
I'm kind of asking you to brag. But
it's hard. It's so hard. Yeah, no, I mean, I want to be like, we're blah, blah, blah. We can kick butt, but it's just everything worked out good. The car, we had good maintenance. Like I said, we spend a lot of time in the shop making sure that, stuff's not loose. Ball joints. I pulled ball joints out of the car probably once every 2 weeks. Ball joints come out. I got a little lathe back here. I check them all. If I don't feel confident in them, they go in the trash. And I know it's kind of crazy because they're expensive, but that right front ball joint breaks and you go into the front stretch wall.
Yeah,
that's way more expensive. And you spend all this time and money to put a car together to go to the racetrack and race. There's no sense in it going out of the garage or out of the shop and on the trailer if it's not 100% ready to go, because then you're not even trying to win at that point. And the old saying is races are won in the shop. I mean, there's proof to that. There's statistics to that. There's a lot. So yeah.
This season though, you're winning at Farmer on Friday. You come down to Charleston, you win at Charleston, and you come home that week. How hard is it to? I would be tempted to just not touch it. It's not broke. Like, let's not mess with this too much. We're winning races.
See, I strive off that though, because I want to just make sure that I want to do that again next week. So the only way to be able to make sure that you have a chance at doing that next week is to get it off the trailer, wash it, because it gets washed before it comes in the garage. Between Friday and Saturday, sometimes it's hard. We don't really get it washed, but after racing Saturday night, it gets washed. Everything's gone through. I go through probably 20 tubes of grease a year because I'm a grease freak. My nephew, he gets, oh man, you got it everywhere. I'm like, yeah, but it's grease. So just any moving part needs some kind of lubricant so it doesn't bind up, and all that stuff adds up. So yeah, that's why I told my little girl, I'm like, you see, we got 2 trophies there. I want 2 more next week, and I want 2 more the week after that. And if we go race 3 nights, I want 3, because I don't know, that's just how I am. Even with business, I mean, you go out and you do one job and you get paid. Well, you want to go out and do 2 more jobs and get paid, because the harder you work, the more you get. It just, I don't know. I strive off that.
You thrive off the competition.
Yes,
more
absolutely.
Than anything.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, it worked for you this year. You ended up with 2 track championships in 1 year at Farmer City and at Charleston Speedway both. I noticed something interesting. You ended up with more points than any other competitor in all of the other divisions at both of the speedways. You had 500 points at Farmer, and that was more than any of the other champions in any of the other divisions. And you had just short of 400 at Charleston. Having 2 championships and performing, those points just show a consistency in your performance, right? You're there, you're running up front. How does that make you feel to look back on the season with 2 in the bag?
It's back to the whole, like you said, consistency. I mean, you're going to win, but if you can't win, you want to at least finish second or third. You know, you don't want to finish 20th like sometimes, but yeah, I don't know. It's just that's just. I guess I don't know how to explain it.
Were you surprised? When did you realize that this was probably going to happen? I guess.
Probably with about 3 or 4 nights to go at Farmer, and probably with about, I don't know, Charleston kind of had me nervous because Jared Crick, right. That guy. I mean, and I like racing against Jared. That's why I wish he'd come to Charleston every week, because I do. I thrive off racing against Jared because I feel like he makes me better, because he's I get tough. To, there's a lot of nights I get to follow him. So, I mean, and like I beat him a couple times, and I tell him that every year. I'm gonna get one on you. Yeah. Jared's good, very clean driver, very smooth, and that's why I tell him, just give me a couple laps to at least follow you, so I can try to get you next week. So, yeah, probably about 3 weeks left because of just the math. And honestly, with your statistics on rainouts, that we were probably counting on one of those. I hated it to be like horrible. That. Yes, it was terrible. And that's why I told my dad, I wish we could have raced every night that you got rained out. We might have got 22, 23 features. You know, you just don't know. I mean, we could have tore the car up at one of those nights and could have been done for the year. So,
yeah, it was an exceptionally rainy April, an exceptionally rainy May. We got 3 times the amount of rain in April that we normally get. We got twice the amount of rain in May that we normally get. It was legit tough. And so, yeah, I mean, I think we rained out the night you went to Farmer or Fairbury. I'm almost certain of it.
Yeah, well, so we went one night, you rained out, and then I think the Hubert, you guys kind of don't race because
that you didn't finish 20th that night.
No.
So
we went to Fairbury, and they ended up having, it was another big race, but we ended up going there because we were like, let's go race somewhere. Charleston rained out.
Yeah.
So I think we finished 5th or 6th.
Well, I was just looking at your statistics, and it was like 2, 2, 1, 1, 20. I was like, wait, what?
And that was the 2, 2, 2. Those were the nights that Nichols was running at Charleston or Farmer City, and I think I got him once this year, but that's another good one. Jeremy Nichols, he's hard to beat, and he's a cushion banger.
Yeah,
kind of like that Braden Keller. So, and I'm not like that. I like to sit there and roll the bottom because it's a lot easier on equipment. Although this year I did get up top a little more than I usually do, so maybe next year we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I need to get you up there around the edge, bud.
It's
right there, on
the bottom's fast.
Quarter fender on the wall.
Yeah.
So you won 2 track championships back to back at Charleston. I was looking at your trophies. You're back to back at Farmer also.
Yep.
Are we looking for a 3-peat here?
I don't know. We'll just have to see how it goes. I mean, the track champion thing is cool, but you just know you got to be there every night. And I'm not opposed to going every night. I enjoy it, but you're committed. I mean, I skipped out on 4th of July this year to go race. So that I made sure.
Realize there are other people that are there every night that are not track champions.
Yeah, no, I get it.
So it's not just about being there every night.
So we'll just have to see how it goes. I mean, we got kind of another deal working that we'll talk about later.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that later on.
It's going to be a busy season.
So I want to talk about this deal here. When I discovered this, I didn't love it, but it is what it is. I kind of understand it, but I really don't love it. So you wound up 3rd in national points. Dirt Car, World Racing Group, Dirt Car national points. You wound up 3rd. For those that don't understand how the points work, if the track has less than 10 cars on any given night, then the drivers are only awarded partial points. Now it's not no points. It's 100% for 10 or more. 90 points, 80 point percentage, 90%, 80, 70, 60, 40%. So here's where that got weird for you. You actually raced more times than the national champion, who happens to be Nick Seplak. You ran 36 to his 26 races. Now, you did win 18 features this year, but only 17 features counted during the regular season for dirt car points. So you both won 17 features during the national point season. But because he found himself racing at tracks that had fuller field of cars, he clearly outpointed you simply because of that. Have you thought much about that? How do you process that? What do you make of that situation? Did it bug you at all, or just?
I mean, you think about it, yeah, for sure. But it's just that's how Dirt Car wrote the rules. So that's how it is, unfortunately. I mean,
right.
Did I choose for there to be low car counts at certain tracks, certain nights? No, but we still went and raced, and we still raced with everything we had. So, and we still raced good guys. I mean, I think it's like you said last year. I don't think that just since the car count was down a little bit, that the talent and the good drivers weren't there. We still had, Josh Griffith, Nick Miller, Jared Crick, like I said, Jeremy Nichols, all them guys. That's top filler cars right there. So yeah, it does kind of stink. But on the other aspect, Nick Seplak had a really good year, and like I told my nephew and my dad, and everybody else asked me, there's 18 features, 3, 4, 5, 6 years ago, we'd have won national points twice.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, that's not how it goes. So I mean, you can't let those things get to you, because if you do, then you'll just sit there and ponder and wish you shoulda, coulda, woulda. So
feed on the negative, and
just got to be about the positive. I mean, I'm grateful for third, and we'll just have to see how things go next year, and maybe we'll be able to put together a first place year.
Yeah, and I don't hate. I sort of understand it, but today, just because another car shows up doesn't mean it's going to win. And I honestly don't feel like today I don't feel like it's easier to win when there's 9 cars versus when there's 15 cars.
Like I said, it's
the still hard.
Cars. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, everything still has to go right.
Right.
Right. I mean, I've been running second in the leader break, and I've won races that way. You know, just because that's how things go. Yeah. So
well, I mean, congratulations on third in the nation. That's a big deal.
No,
there would be a lot of people that would love to complain about finishing third in the nation.
yeah. Like I said, it's you just got to look at the positive, and I try not to be negative. Although like you said, you think about it, but you sit there and think about it for 6 months, and then everybody else started racing. You're still thinking about it. So you just got to move on past it. And
so 2025, you had 2 track championships. You ended up third in the regional point standing, third in the national point standing. 2025 was pretty good. Did I miss anything? Any highlights?
No.
Anything that you ran 4th at the fall nationals?
4th. We started 11th, got to 4th, and the car was really good at the end.
That was a tough race,
yeah,
dude.
It was.
It was a good race.
It was. I told my dad, I was like, man, if I had another 5 or 10 laps, I'm telling you, because that car was.
Dude, we run 40.
I know. I'm not complaining. Hey, there have been 30 laps. I would say, hey, we need 40.
I know. Everybody says that.
Unless I would have been out front, then stop that at 5.
Yeah. Why didn't you stop that 5 laps shorter?
That's just how it goes.
So 2026, you've already said your car's off getting fixed. I suppose you're going to stay in stock car division. That's your primary deal for 2026. Is that right? Wrong?
Yep. That's the plan.
Okay. So we're talking about 2026. What your plans are. You got your stock car working. That's going to be primary plans or stock car for 2026.
Yeah. And
then you have some super big news.
So Roger Carey,
right here.
Breaking news, as Kenny Walsh would say.
That's right.
In the garage area.
In the garage area. Breaking news in the garage area. My hair's not that messed up though.
You're not that wound up. For 60-some years old, that guy is hyper.
Wound tight.
I hope that when I'm that age, I have that kind of
I've thought that myself.
I hope I have that kind of energy. So, and it's great. So anyways, Roger Carey has reached out to me, and we will be driving his B-Mod. So that's, as of right now, that's the plan. So,
okay. Yeah. The famous Roger Carey 44.
Yep.
Pro modified at Charleston.
I think
formerly driven by Gabe Mincer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gabe has stepped down on good terms. Everybody
Yeah.
go freaking
Good
out. You know, him
terms.
and Roger are still buddies. Yeah, I think Gabe's just at a point now where he's kind of, you know, he's done his racing and he's had his career and he's had a great career. I mean, I watch Gabe a lot. I don't know how many times that's going to be the bummer not being able to watch Gabe before I go out, because I don't know how. I mean, I would say 3 nights this year at Charleston, I got to watch Gabe go out, and I'd watch him race and how he'd pass cars. And there one night in particular at Charleston, he slid up to the cushion in 1 and 2 and dove down to the bottom, and I think he passed Evans.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, man, that's what I got to do, because I started front row outside. And that's how I passed Josh.
Yeah.
I mean, that was the hardest I ever hit a cushion. But I seen Gabe do it and it worked. And I'm like, man, I think I can do that. So,
yeah.
But I know Gabe, I think he's just kind of, I don't know if he's burnt out or maybe just taking a break for a while.
Sure.
But yeah. So I think Gabe actually suggested Roger call me.
Oh,
Roger.
really?
Yeah. I think that's how that worked out.
I have a really cool picture of him.
Yep.
Years ago, he drove for Bill Wagner. And
Yep.
I built shocks
Yep.
for Bill.
The 48 car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And have you seen the picture in the dome where he's all 4 in the air? He doesn't wreck.
Gabe?
Yeah.
So that was probably one of the first or second years of the dome, right?
Yeah. I think it was the first.
I think I've seen that picture.
Yeah. That was
Yeah.
pretty awesome. Because
Yeah.
I was excited because when it landed, it didn't destroy the shock.
Oh, yeah. That would be a rough.
And
Yeah.
he didn't wreck.
No.
Like, yeah. Gabe's a good dude.
Yeah.
So
great.
you're filling his seat. So nothing like
Yeah.
big shoes to fill.
Big shoes to fill. Yeah, Gabe's he's one of a kind, and we drive a little alike. You know, I like the bottom, he likes the bottom. Although Gabe's been known to move some tires.
Yes.
I get down there
I've shooted him
quite
out
a
for that
ways,
before.
but yeah, especially if Gabe goes out before me and he runs the bottom, and it's good down there. I know.
Have you paid attention to the big shakeup in the Pro Mod rules?
A little bit. Roger's mentioned a little bit of it to me, and I just never had any reason to really look at those.
Right. That's why I was kind of wondering.
It's kind of wild. Yeah, I could sit here and throw my opinion out there and blah, blah, blah. I mean, I honestly think they should have left it how it was.
Yeah.
It was a good class.
Yeah.
That's my opinion. I mean,
I hope it stays that way, you know?
I do too. I hope they don't let it get out of hand.
Right.
I mean,
Right.
yeah, the shocks weren't that good, but
No,
they
weren't. But
you got to
everybody
have a
had
limit.
The same thing, right?
Everybody had the same thing. You got to have a limit. So, and then they went back to the open motors. So I don't know if that's going to help or hurt the class. Just have to see. I mean, unfortunately, UMP has already made their mind up. They're doing it. There's no changing it. The rules are out. People are already building cars. I'm sure people are already building motors.
Yep.
The problem that I worry about are people coming up with these $30,000 360s. So,
well, hopefully at the end of the day, the purse doesn't get out of hand, and you're still, you know, if you want to spend $90,000, fine, but the purse is still what the purse is.
right.
I mean,
yeah. I mean, just have
hopefully
to
that'll
see.
keep it in check.
Just have to see. I mean, like I said, I'm not bashing any sanctioning body, but we've seen UMP do a couple silly things over the years, and I just feel like the class was good where it was. Why would you want to go change it?
Now
I mean, that's what hurts the street stocks is they change the rules so much.
Yeah.
Over and over, you add this motor, take this motor away, add this motor. If they would just let the class be and let it grow.
So they've kept the same rules for stock car for a couple of years now.
They implemented the 602 last year. They let the 602 come in.
Well, yeah, but I didn't see the 602 as an advantage over the 604, which you could already run.
Well, now the 604 is a boat anchor because you can only run a 2-barrel with it. Nobody's running a 604.
Oh.
So, I mean, it's all resorting back to right now, I think, maybe the open motor. Although Jared was on the 602 and he was good.
Yeah.
Really, I mean, I would say, it's even, but I don't think there's a place where we need 3 motor options for a class. I mean,
I know, it's tough.
It is. And when they first come out with the crate motor rule, I thought they were going to go 100% crate motor, and that was their talk. And then, so I don't know. Like I said, I'm not a promoter. I'm not a sanctioning body. So my 2 cents don't mean nothing. But
I mean, actually it does. Like the racer's opinion does matter because
it should.
I think some of the problem too with the Pro Mod B Mod deal was when they went to the crate engines, it knocked out Ford, it knocked out Chrysler. Everybody had to run a Chevrolet engine. That left a sour taste in some folks' mouths because they're diehard Ford guys.
Oh yeah, I mean, then there's guys out there and Ford makes good power. It just costs a lot of money. But if a guy's doing himself in his garage and that's his prerogative, what he wants to do, he don't want to have to go buy a GM engine because he's not familiar with it. First off, second off, he's a Ford guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I think the sealed, I don't want to talk bad either. I'm not talking bad. We're just trying to have an open conversation here. But some of the feedback I've gotten was if you blew a head gasket, blew an intake gasket, you can't do that in your shop. You could go to the parts house and buy a set of gaskets and do that on a Wednesday and go race it on Saturday. But with the sealed engine program, true, it's supposed to keep everybody on the same playing field. That's the idea behind it. But you can't even replace those simple things because that leads to different camshafts and all sorts of different. So it's a tough deal. And I think there's a lot of people on the fence. You're going to be running a pro mod for 2026. You're coming in with the rule changes. That's going to be really interesting. The only reason I even brought up the rule stuff is because it's your first year. So there's going to be a lot of shakeup. Plus, you're not necessarily used to it. From our conversations, you've never driven a modified.
No, just a street stock. So it's going to be a change, but I think it'll be good. I mean, I don't think Roger puts junk together. No. I mean, everything I've seen and talked to him about, I mean, he's 100% doing everything to the best of his ability for what he can afford. Everything's expensive. So, it's pretty humbling. I mean, honestly, I didn't know who'd have thought that I'd ever, get somebody want me to drive their car, so I was pretty caught off guard, and me and him have had several good conversations over the last month and a half, 2 months when we first started talking about this deal and kind of working out the details. And I just wanted to make sure that, he didn't feel obligated to have to do it, but he said, he's like, I got to, I don't have nothing else to do. So I think it keeps him busy. And, I think, earlier on in the year, he sold the last car and bought a fishing boat. And so this is his release. I
ribbed him about that really hard about selling it.
I mean, at some point you think you're done, but then he, I don't know. I just don't think the fishing boating thing was his lifestyle. So
I told him
he's done it for so long. He don't know anything.
Oh
else.
Yeah. He
don't want to do anything else.
He's been in racing for decades.
I know he does do a lot of stuff with, his grandkids. He wants to make sure he's at all their sporting events and stuff because they're, somewhat older and stuff. So he does. I got ball games tonight. I got ball game, and that's priority. But the racing is his thing to do now that he doesn't have he's retired and all that. So
yeah. So extra pressure following in Gabe's shoes.
Roger. I mean, at first I was like, oh man, that's it. And he's just like, hey, let's just take it one race at a time. And I think everything's going to work out just fine. And as long as we can go out and have fun, see where we stack up. So I would say, yeah, there's going to be pressure for sure. I mean, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Like I said, Gabe was, if it was on the bottom, you wasn't getting by Gabe.
Yeah.
And, he can go up top and run if he needs to. And he's just all around a good, versatile, smooth, clean, fast guy. So yeah, there's big shoes to fill, but
driving for somebody has different elements to it than driving for yourself. You want to make the car owner happy, which when it's your car, it's like, well, am I happy?
Yeah, not happy about all the money I spend.
Right.
But yeah, no.
Right.
Yeah, and I'm not really a tear the deck out of it guy either, so I think that kind of helps out because I don't really like pounding sheet metal all week. I'd rather work on the car to make it better or make sure we're staying on top of our game and all that versus have to tear the whole body off of it and fix it and T-bars and bumpers and stuff like that.
Have you had a chance to look at the car, work on it yet?
No, I mean, Roger's pretty much taking care of all that. I haven't even seen it, so I don't even know. I just talked to him a little bit on the phone here and there, and he's come over to the garage and we this and that. But I don't even know.
He's from the Danville area, which is where you're from, so that makes life a little better, right?
Yeah, he lives out in Catlin, so he's like probably 10 minutes up the road.
Okay.
So and it worked out good. If he gets where he needs a hand throughout the week or whatever, we run over, give him a hand. But I think it's his way of having something to do, and he enjoys doing it. So.
Will you guys run that at Farmer City and Charleston, or just Farmer, or just Charleston, or what are you thinking?
I think we're gonna try. He asked me where I race at, and I said Farmer City and Charleston is my plans. We'll just have to see how things go. Obviously bigger races, stuff that Farmer City don't race. We try to venture to Jacksonville, but we might end up at Coles County. I don't know. Just depends on how things go. But yeah, that's the plan. I'm gonna see how the double duty 2 nights a week goes.
That's going to be tough.
I told my wife I'm going to I have to go on a diet and change a couple things. I like to drink too many pops.
You're gonna have to start working on the stamina.
Yeah, that's the thing.
What's
Is,
gonna
I
be
mean,
a
I
killer.
get, sometimes after that 40-lap race at Charleston, the end of the year there, it was just overwhelming, kind of.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on.
There's a lot of laps.
Cautions.
Yeah.
And
you're gonna do that every night.
Yeah.
You run 2 cars.
2 cars. Yeah.
You run 30 laps every night.
I'll probably, well, you got heat races too.
Well, yeah, but I mean 30 laps.
Yeah, absolutely. So just
plenty of water.
Yeah, we'll be all right.
Yeah.
We'll be all right. Yeah.
Well, I'm excited for you. I'm sure your dad's excited for you too. He's your right hand man all the time.
Him and my nephew Alec. That's why I told him, I'm like, it'd be a little different at the racetrack. He's like, hey, let's just go do it, And then,
how did they take the news?
Oh, they're excited. They like it. Yeah. Even my buddy Cody, he was pumped up. Thought it was just cool. So
yeah, right on. Well, I'm happy for you, and I'm glad to see Roger staying in racing, and he's been a staple at Charleston for forever. And I think you're a solid guy. I know he's a solid guy, and I feel like you guys working together should be a good thing. So pretty excited for you. But,
yeah, for sure. I mean, Roger, he's pretty laid back, so I think it should be good.
We've had a great season. 26 is going to be hard to match that. It's always difficult to do that, and you're taking on new challenges. So you got a lot of work ahead of you. I don't envy you at all.
Well, it's one of those things that it all comes at once usually. So,
yeah.
I was just telling my dad probably 2 weeks before Roger called me that just had to see how things go. I'm still going to run, Farmer City in Charleston, but years previous, there were nights where let's just stay home, do this or that, or, hey, let's, it looks like a chance to rain. Let's not even chance it. And then these last 2 years, we went really, really hard, 38, 40 nights a year. And we were kind of going to, I wouldn't say like slack way off, but maybe just 1 or 2 nights here or there. So, and then this whole deal with Roger. So now which is fine. I'm good. I'm good with it.
Yeah.
That's probably somebody's way of saying, hey, keep going.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to miss anything. Have we missed anything so far?
I mean,
not really.
Not that I can think of.
Take a second and thank your sponsors. I know you have to have some. Let everybody know who helps you get to the Speedway.
Vermilion Builders, Real Hire Trucking, Apparel Unlimited, Seaman Farms, Blair Farms, which that's a pretty cool deal. Every time I win a feature, if he's there, he gives me some money. So that's what I tell him. Like when I was like, you just need to show up more often so I race a little harder.
That's right.
And then Bullet Chassis, that's the guy that builds my cars, Cody. Apparel Unlimited, he does all my lettering. Taylor Sheeting there, that's me. So I'm gonna funnel a little bit of my business money back into it.
Advertising
dollars. There you go. Yeah,
that's right.
So that and then all the help, like I said, my nephew Alec, he truly is like a tire guy. So he does a lot of nights on the tires. One full night a week is him doing his thing on tires, and then Saturday morning usually he spends 2, 3, 4 hours trying to get what we got left over from Friday night back together so we can get through the rest of the weekend. My dad, he goes to the races every week. My brother, he helps out quite a bit in the garage. He's been to the races a couple times this year. It's just hard for him to sometimes get away.
Yeah.
And then my mother-in-law and father-in-law, Kim and Pam, they've always been good support. Kim will throw me money. Here's $100. Just he just wants to be part of it and help out. So even since he's retired, my wife, she's, like I said, this is what I told the last guy. She doesn't ever complain about the checkbook being scribbled out. So
right.
And then my little girls, they like to go a lot now. So it's probably at the best it's ever going to be the next couple of years, because they're at a point now where Kimber loves the trophy thing. She likes the publicity. When you win, you get your picture taken.
Oh, that's right.
So and then Bristol, she's all about the trophy thing too.
Any chance of them getting behind the wheel?
I told both of them, the 3-year-old, she's a wild one. So I would say if it's going to be either one of them, it'd probably be her. Now, Kimber, I think she'll go because she likes going no matter what. So she'll be the PR.
There you go.
But I told both of them if they want to, I'd do it, done, sell it all, go kids mod racing, whatever they want to do. I don't know if I'd do the open go-karts because they're kind of, just a lot can happen. But
yeah.
We'll see. I mean, the offer's there for them if they want to. If not, then I'll just keep doing my thing until I get wore out or tired.
Well, you've got a lot of years left to race if you want to keep racing. So
Yeah, I mean that's my plan. I mean, as of right now, I'd like to, but kids are getting into sports and stuff like that. So there would be, look at Josh Griffith. He raced all them years, and then there's nights that he misses now to go make sure that he's there for his daughter on her stuff. And we'll get to that point, and when that time comes, then we'll slow down a little bit.
awesome. Well, thanks again for taking the time out, and congratulations on a great season. 18 feature wins is nothing to smirk at. I mean, that's a pretty big deal. 2 track championships, back-to-back track championships at 2 speedways.
Yeah.
That's a huge accomplishment, dude. I mean, 30 years from now, you're going to look back on that and you'll realize what kind of a big deal that really was.
Yeah, it was cool. I mean, like I said, the first year we just kind of just started racing, and then next thing you know, we're right there where we needed to be, and everything just went together. And then this year we just kind of showed up and did the same thing. I mean, we weren't really trying to win track points, but it just worked out to where we were there, we raced, and we had results.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Well, had a good season. Looking forward to 26, new challenges, big things.
Big things.
No pressure. I appreciate it. We've been recording this here in Ryan Taylor's shop, driver of the number 5 Dirtcar Stock Car. Whatever you're watching, Shay Lemke has done a magnificent job editing, because I think we broke 5 times. Batteries went dead, and
Probably going to go dead right now.
all sorts of things. So appreciate Shay Lemke and everything she's doing to help us promote the Speedway. And we're trying to promote the drivers. If you know a driver that you want us to sit down and interview, send us a message on Facebook or something. Our goal is to try to put the drivers in front of the fans so that the drivers can get to be more known, and the fans can find somebody that they really like and come and cheer on at the Charleston Speedway and at any other speedway. We've mentioned Farmer tonight. We mentioned Fairbury. We mentioned Coles. All these other great speedways that race cars. Jacksonville, that's a long haul for you from Danville.
It is a haul.
But get out and support a local speedway somewhere. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you all next time.